Hi Ram, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I just find out from you? But before I begin, thank you so much for signing off the consent and being part of today. I just want to know, what do you know about career coaching?
I've attended a few different workshops and got to know some people about career coaching. Like once I went over to this, there was a fair one that was in Suntec City, and then I was just like meeting this person, and then they were just running through with me on some job possibilities.
Okay.
Yeah, but the person was speaking very fast, so I'm not too sure what was he talking about.
Okay.
But I got to understand a bit that it's important for me to start looking at my career because I'm now in the age of 48 years old.
Understand.
Yeah,
Understand.
I've
Okay.
been working in the company like for 17 years.
Understand. Thank you so much for that sharing. Allow me then to share with you, what career coaching is about. Yeah. So, career coaching is all about, trying to help you uncover what you really are looking and seeking for in the next role. However, as a career coach myself, I will not be, telling you, all right? We'll be co-creating it. Majority of the work that is going to happen with us is to help you help yourself. Okay, so we're gonna empower you with skills, so feel empowered. Yeah, with this in mind. So with that, I would like you to maybe kind of like take a moment, collect your thoughts. Yeah, and when you're ready, please let me know.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So what would you like to talk about today?
Okay,
Session.
so maybe I just want to get a bit more clarity in terms of like looking at my options available because I think there's a lot of advertisement on the paper saying about the government is focusing on these three different economies: green economy, or I don't know what, digital economy, and care economy. So just like to explore a bit more on the IT space because I think I'm a little bit more familiar with technology and got myself a bit more in tune with like all this, like what can I further explore? Because I saw some the hype about data analytics, big data, and there's some potential to get myself involved because these are some of the jobs that I can see that the people are moving to that space. So kind of keen in exploring. I mean, I've done some like small online courses just to get myself a bit more familiar, watch some YouTube videos, trying to understand what a space. But I may not have the necessary certifications to get into those fields itself. But I've got a strong keen because I do know my own personal strength, as in my generation of people. We are more hardworking now, and we'll put our mind to doing something, and we'll be very persistent until we get there. So I'm still exploring along the way because I start seeing like some courses they have online, like I think NTUC Learning Hub has got some courses on some SCTP. I think it's called Skill Career Transition Program. Yeah, trying to understand more about that, and just trying to explore more into the space of digital. I mean, they are. If I'm not able to go through digital, the next best option is care economy, and maybe try to see how I can maybe use my skill on the administrative role of in exploring the next phase.
Okay, thank you so much for that sharing. Allow me to, say thank you first for allowing me to record this session for the purpose of my credentials. I heard two things: that you would like to explore several of the economies, green, digital, and care. And I've also heard about some of the concerns about, having no relevant certification. Yeah. How true is this?
Um, because I think sometimes when we end up working in our own jobs and all, we are just doing the day to day, and we never think about this career switch.
Okay.
But put in a situation where I think once we get a little bit older, and then you can see the changing demographic, the industry that I might be in might be replaceable.
Okay.
So that's why I started looking at some of the certs that I took. And the last course I took was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I realized that I need to take some kind of certification. But I've taken one or two courses relating to security, but I didn't factor that in, because that one is like a backup. If I can't find a job, okay, security guard, it's not option.
Understand. Okay. What I would like to do is, try and explore a little bit of, what are some of the values that you hold dear to your heart?
Some of the values that I hold dear to my heart, I would say compassion. I believe in caring for other people. I always put other people's interests before mine. And also some element of wisdom as well, as you've got to know more in depth about certain information. So once you're convinced on the knowledge of the work that you're doing, you will have less anxiety and worry. So I think wisdom is important, as well as compassion. These are two of the values that I probably believe in.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And what about your interests at this point in time?
Interest-wise, so interests, I've been exploring a lot of things on the social media, like things like recently I just created a LinkedIn account, and then I started reading a lot of these articles. There's a lot of interest in terms of analyzing data, and then see what are some trends that are happening. It seems to be a bit of fascination. Also, I got a bit more interested in investing, because recently I started growing the money. I started thinking about retirement, so to see where I can start parking the money. So partly because of getting myself involved with this investing and looking at patterns and trends, and that's why I realized that I would like to explore on what is data analytics. I think probably I'm going to have to even brush up on my own Excel, because apparently I think I only know the basics. I haven't really gone into utilizing the full potential of Excel. Then I got to know there's this thing called Power BI. Yeah, and this is probably something that I may want to further discover and explore. But I've got I think I'm quite not so good in statistics.
Okay, not so good. Yeah. Right. How would you describe yourself?
How do I describe myself? I believe I can communicate well, as I'm good in communicating, and I believe that I'm also a hardworking person, and but there's a lot of anxiety and worry. So I need a bit of clear instructions to move forward. So I just have to be a bit more mindful. I used to be a person who last time used to jump, but I think as you get older, you become a bit more conservative.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I like meeting people, talking to people, and I think probably that's where I get a lot of energy when I'm with people. And yeah, so that's probably described. In terms of, I'm also I've been single most of my life or so. But also exploring the other part of maybe I have to find a companion, but this is not related to my work.
Understand.
But personality-wise, I think I'm a bit more outgoing and friendly now. So I think meeting people won't be an issue.
Okay. Ram, you have explored quite a fair bit of areas already.
Mm.
I mean, just listening to you, you have already, explored the care economy, the digital economy, and the green economy, right? And you have, shared with me also about, some of your values, like being, compassionate, the wisdom that, wisdom is very close to your heart. And also, your interests, particularly around that social media and around investing. And we talked, you talked a little bit about skills that you've got and some skills that you are missing. You identified a couple of skills like Excel. You were also exploring Power BI. You're also quite interested in the area of data analytics so far. Yeah, and this is what you've been sharing with me. But these tends to lean towards, early on you talked about digital, right? So this is a little bit digital. Tell me more about this green economy that you've explored so far.
When I actually kind of look at green economy, I think probably what I've been trying to understand about it is that it looks very green. I mean, as in the sense like it looks very new. So I'm not too sure whether there's potential or work behind it, but I noticed that there is a changing trend. Like say for example, I've also noticed like when you go to the like parks or buildings, you see that this whole solar panel, and people are trying to have this initiative of the word sustainability. Because I think there's so much of limited resources that we have in Singapore, and I think we have to find a way how to prolong this for a longer period of time. So trying to understand also about probably in that space, but still very new to it, so I'm not too sure is there any initiative or program, and what are the job potential from that. I'm so not too sure.
Okay.
Because a lot of this is still new to me. Because digital, I'm quite sure that there seems to be things that they can even consider doing. Because like I noticed that even network security or even cyber security are things that I could even further explore, because I had my own fair share of issues and challenges during COVID outage, and I noticed that network is something that is important. It's good to know, good to have. I think maybe if I'm planning to do network related or issues or what, I might have to probably work and start the whole ball rolling again, like go to join Singtel or StarHub as a technician, but to see what something I need to get from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is network related. But I know that there are potentials behind it. That for some jobs, like when you're looking relating to network security.
Okay, so thank you so much. Relatively, I mean, you've shared your understanding, relatively new, very, I think, at the tip of the iceberg of that journey of understanding green economy. But you also talk about care. You've explored a little bit about care, the care economy. I mean, share with me, what do you know about this so far?
I know there's a growing older people are getting older, so there's a lot of need for taking care of older people. So I think probably the care economy is something that I could further kind of explore. And I think hospitality, healthcare are all much needed. People are actually like kind of falling sick, and probably I think there is definitely an opportunity in that area.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something to explore. I mean, but I think nursing, I think, is a bit tough for me at this particular age to go and learn. But I think maybe things around it, like administrative related, maybe might be something that I could explore. Yeah. I mean, I saw on like all those physiotherapy and what, but I think there's always you need some kind of certification. Yeah. So I kind of like realized that digital seems to be the main area first. Care, maybe it's second option, and then green, I think I probably put it as my last option.
Okay.
Yeah, but care, I think there's still potential. I still yet to explore. I mean, I've been seeing. Also, I went to this place in Jurong. I think it's called Devanai Institute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I think I saw one place just beside NTUC Learning Hub. It was called HMI. Yeah, then I saw, but it was closed, lah, so I only saw from outside. So
Understand.
not too sure what this is.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for all this sharing. Allow me now to just kind of sum up what we've just discussed, right? You have during this conversation that we've had, I noticed one thing, that your eyes lit up, okay, really bright when you started to talk about the data analytics, the digital elements around that, right? Networking and all that. You seem so passionate about it. Your eyes just lit up. But you look kind of down when we were talking about care and green economy, and it's just an observation. I think I think you could have felt it, and rightly put, I think you have found quite a good direction so far. You were able to really pinpoint that, hey, digital is number one, care is number two, and then green economy is number three. All right. Share with me now, having heard us having this conversation so far, what would you like me to do? What would you like me to help you with?
I mean, from this conversation, I think I got a bit more clarity that I want to explore a little bit more about the digital economy. I think probably that seems to be my main priority, because I started to get myself more focused into the IT space and trying to see a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably this conversation will be, what else can I do and explore in the IT space? Like, because I do know, like, there's one possibility of cloud administrator that I could look at. There's one aspect of network support, network administration. There's another one about data analytics. That I think the other area that I didn't really I saw was social media, but sometimes to compete with younger people, and they are more familiar with social media. I'm not too sure whether will I be that same fast pace, because they're very fast in all of this technology, and maybe something that I could see that looks easier to get into, from my opinion.
Okay.
But it's just that if it's easier to go than the competition that everybody is able to do it. So I just want to see something that there are a little bit more barriers to entry. So at least that there's some kind of specialization. So I don't have to worry, because job security is something that
Sure.
I still want to look at.
So out of all these that you've just shared with me, right, what excites you the most?
What excites me the most, I think probably data analytics. I think so.
Okay.
Exploring and seeing patterns. I like to see trends and patterns where things are going. So at least there's some kind of predicting itself.
Okay. Would you be able to share with me, so far, your experiences in this area of data analytics then?
My experiences in data analytics, I think I've been just watching a lot of stuff online. I watched this one YouTube video that you need to know some kind of Python. Then I saw anaconda, panda. I was just trying to understand.
Yeah.
They all look like animals. Yeah.
Understand.
But then I noticed that there are a lot of things that I also had to get myself familiar with, like this SQL, I think. Yeah. So trying to get a grasp of.
Okay.
So this is kind of like further exploring what else I can end up doing. But I think I just got to know more on that space.
Okay. Looking at your skill sets, how do you see yourself, in this space, knowing what you know so far?
I think probably I need to find a way to get hands-on experience,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not too sure whether anyone's going to hire. So I have to. Is there any person I can understudy or intern that
Mm-hmm.
may want to? But then I have to realize I have to do a pay cut. But then I have to find a way to manage the finances at the same time. So that's why I was thinking whether maybe I must go and get my Grab,
Mm-hmm.
Grab food. Then it was a good cycle. Quite tough, lah. And must, yeah. So I'm just seeing like whether what is the feasible option that you can make some money at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, if from a scale of 1 to 10, and you talked about something very really important, right? Money. If money was not an object or barrier for you, you know, no problem. 1 being no problem, sorry, 1 being a problem, number 10, no problem. If money was not the issue here, where do you see yourself on this scale?
Maybe five,
Okay,
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think we can do to help you move that needle from 5 to from your 6 perhaps to a 7, for you to, you know, begin your journey in this area of data analytics?
I think some kind of confidence that whatever I do, there's some end result.
Okay.
Whether I can make some money, whether not too sure whether there's any part-time related work
Mm-hmm.
on a day-to-day project basis
Mm-hmm.
that can give me some kind of confidence in that field.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of your skill sets right now, I think you early on shared that you have had Excel, right? And then throughout the whole, you know, conversation journey that we've had, you also talked a little bit about data analytics. You brought up things like Python and SQL. How comfortable are you now, you know, in those areas at this point in time?
Very infant, just not
Okay.
not very familiar.
Okay. Mm,
Yeah, but probably might have to take up some courses in that area.
okay.
So I was just browsing through, like there was some like a mid-career switch that was on, I think, NTUC.
Mm-hmm.
They have this data analytics course, I think. I'm not
Yeah.
too sure whether to enroll, whether will I, maybe that might be a starting point.
Okay.
So maybe at least it'll give me a bit of an introduction of what is going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's something that I can possibly consider.
Okay. You know, during this conversation that we've had, right? What do you think are some key action points that you think you can take moving forward from here?
Yeah, I think probably after this conversation, maybe I will go down to NTUC Learning Hub and I might inquire about this SCTP, because I think government is giving $4,000. Maybe I can use that funding itself to take up this course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something I can explore. That's one option.
Okay. When you say take up this course, which course specifically are you thinking about?
I don't know. I saw a few digital courses. Maybe I may explore first the data analytics course.
Okay.
I was also quite fascinated about the cybersecurity area, because I think that's another area that people are a bit more concerned with. Yeah. And maybe there's also like another course that I heard from a friend. He says that you take this PDPA course, you can become assigned person in a company. They can offer your service. I'm not too sure. I must see what he meant by that.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is something that can explore.
Understand.
Yeah, data analytics is one option. The other option is the cybersecurity. And maybe I can even start talking to companies. I mean the different software providers, just trying to better understand.
Okay. Okay. How comfortable are you now with this conversation so far?
Okay, and it's giving me some kind of direction to move in, or what I need to do next. Because I know that one thing I need to do is to probably I just realized that we can also go through this online course, because one of the courses that I attended, they said that I can go online course to go and learn. Maybe I can see whether I can take some kind of certification. And since I talked about LinkedIn also, then LinkedIn also got some kind of courses. Now they're giving one. If you sign up for a free month, I think you can utilize in that 1 month like those learning courses on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Maybe I can explore that. Then there's Udemy, they can go and see any course that I can take online, watch some YouTube videos, just to get myself aware. So at
Okay.
least there's a starting point to know what I can do. And then meanwhile enroll into the course.
Mm.
And then maybe I can also search and see what are some jobs that are available, whether is there any jobs about intern that I can actually explore.
Understand. Ram, who can make you accountable for this?
Who can be accountable? Probably a close friend. I can ask a close friend to keep me on track to see what I've done. Maybe I can share with him what I need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Ram, how do you feel at this point in time now?
Okay, I'm a little bit more confident on what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. Do you think it's a good time for us to, end this session and perhaps then come back again and you can give me a progress update of what you have done?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ram.
Okay, thanks.